Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to talk about what is a carry bar and when is it used. A carry bar, if you're looking at this video, you're likely looking at it through the extended description of a carry bar. A carry bar is a relatively unusual, obscure piece of hardware that you see only in a very specific instance. And it's in that specific instance where it is the only piece of hardware that will really make the job work. So it's a piece of inexpensive hardware that you attach to the active door. You attach it to the inactive door so that if you were allowed to open what would be the inactive door, you wouldn't cause damage to the active door. Let's decode that. First of all, the extended description you're probably looking at will say, for a pair of doors where the inactive door can be opened before the active door, mounted on inactive door. Okay, this item is mounted on the inactive door and is used in those instances where you could potentially open the inactive door first. Here's the scenario. Here's the best case example of when a carry bar is used. Pair of doors, pair of fire rated doors, cross corridor in a hospital or a school. You have, because it's a path of emergency egress, you've got exit devices on both doors. Because it's fire rated, you might have an astragal applied. That astragal applied, let's say, to the pull face of the active door would technically limit the inactive door from opening first. However, what you have is on the active door, on both doors you have a pair of exit devices. On the active door you have a mortise type exit device. So there's a lock case in the edge of the door, and it's a push pad style with a mortise case and a trim. That's going to lock into, the latch bolt from the mortise lock will lock into the strike plate that's prepped in the edge of the inactive door. But the inactive door has an exit device. Well, because it's a path of emergency exit, you need to be able to hit both doors to get out. The only device that you can elegantly use there is a surface vertical rod or concealed vertical rod panic device. So you've got a panic device, concealed vertical rods. Now, pair of doors, the active door has that mortise device. It's locking into the inactive door. It also has a flat astragal applied to the exterior or the pull side of the door that's covering the gap between the two doors. If that was a vertical rod device, concealed or surface, if you hit the inactive door, the astragal applied would prevent you from opening the door. So they go with a mortise device. Now, in this scenario, you have a gravity coordinator or a coordinator. Could be a bar style or a gravity coordinator. Let's say a gravity coordinator. That will force the inactive door to close first so that the active with the astragal can close second and finally to cover the gap because, again, it's fire rated. The active door mortise lock exit device is latched into the edge of the inactive door with the concealed vertical rod. You could go up to the inactive door, hit it, and force the two doors to start to open. It'd be no problem because what is securing the doors top and bottom is that concealed vertical rod on the inactive door. So you've got the latch bolt sticking into the edge of the from the active door into the inactive door. When you hit that inactive door, you're going to force the latch bolt to likely make damaging contact to the inside prep of the strike plate because you're forcing that to open like this. What happens is the carry bar is flat because the doors are closed. The carry bar, when you see it in the picture, shows when the door is open. It folds out and folds over. When the active door will close, it'll just fold that back. And then the roller from the carry bar is making contact with the face of the active door. When you hit the inactive door, should you hit that first to exit, the point of the axis of force is kicked out a few inches over with that roller. that applies the force here and allows the two doors to open, or allows the inactive door to open without damaging the hardware from the active door. That's the entire purpose of the carry bar. It's an inexpensive piece of hardware, but without it, it becomes the weak point in an otherwise very expensive, very potentially complicated hardware set. And that's exactly where it's used. So the carry bar, even though it's folded out, you could have a pair of doors held open on magnets that are connected to the fire alarm. And should that alarm let go, the gravity coordinator is going to limit the active door from closing until the inactive is closed. So that's no problem. But when the active door makes contact with the wheel of the carry bar, because it's perpendicular to the edge of the doors, the spring in there, the force in there is so light, and it's not at a 90-degree angle. It's kicked this way. So when the door makes contact, it literally just folds it in. That's why you have a carry bar. You don't see them all the time, but when you do and you study the opening, you realize that's exactly what it's used for, and that's why you have to have it. If you have any questions on carry bars or any other piece of hardware, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you.